We had Pokemon Day yesterday. The store was crazy. All kinds of stuff was happening. Lots of news outlets. So let's go to a quick review of what all they threw out and how that affects things to come and my speculations on stuff. Alright, Pokemon Winds and Waves. So that's one of the big thing on there. What I didn't like was, one, this is going to be switched to pretty much Gen 10, and it was released to be in 2027, which is very interesting. I know a lot of us talked about it in Discord, and it looks great. The graphics look great on it, and I'm really excited about it. Here's our starters here. This reminds me of my dog when I was a kid, little Pomeranian mix, so that's funny. Definitely interesting. I do feel kind of bad. This is kind of like a Rowlet spin-off. Also reminds me of Angry Birds a little bit. So kind of interesting in the evolution line of this one. Because again, it just makes me think of Angry Birds, which is hilarious. And funny movie if you ever seen the movie. So that's our first big announcement, was the Winds and Waves. And yeah, 2027 is when to expect on it. The graphics look great, according to the reveal. Now, Legends ZA looked pretty good, but then that was it. That was it with Legends ZA is what we saw in the trailer. So hopefully Winds and Waves is a lot different. We got Pokemon Champions gets a release date. So a new kind of back into the day, arena game. Really fun. Did a lot of fun with those. And so we'll do Dynamax, Terrestrialization, Mega, everything will be in there. So really good Coliseum game. And then speaking of Coliseum and stuff, Gale of Darkness is coming out for the Switch 2. They're doing a lot of these things. It doesn't look like they're remastering any of it and upping it at all. They're just literally throwing the same game on the platform, which I dislike. Same thing with Fire Red, Leaf Green, all that stuff. These collection things are super cool to see, but they're just remaking these things and sending them out there. They're not doing anything different. So my take on it is I'm a little disappointed because we have the ability to remaster these and really up the immersiveness on it. Yes, I love thinking about the classic, but I also love good graphics. So let me know your thoughts on this. If you love that they keeping it the original, or if you rather than they remastered it, up the graphics, brought it to today's world. I would love to see Fire Red and Leaf Green with today's graphics. That would have been really cool. So, a mysterious new TCG collection. So, as this article says, very funny. Scalping will continue. Yes, unfortunately, that's not going to go anywhere. Lots of new kinds of things are coming out. More tag team cards, Diamond and Pearl stuff. It's gonna be really great for the 30th celebration sets. We got Legends ZA, the Mega Dimension. We're getting a Mega Garchomp Z, and we're getting I think a couple other Pokemon are coming into with Mega Forms, which is cool. Which also means eventually there's gonna be cards released for these ones too. So we're gonna have a Garchomp Z, Charizard Z. Supposedly has been leaked about stuff. Here's our champions with the Raichu Y and X, which would be cool. I think that's going to be part of a set here really soon. Pokemon Unite, if you're a fan of it. Pokemon Unite's kind of fun. I like it. Meganium, Typhlosion, and Fraligator are going in there. I like Typhlosion a lot. Meganium's pretty sweet too. Fraligator is always my brother's Pokemon, so I'll let him keep that. Pokemon Cafe Remix. Cafes are kind of interesting. They're kind of cute. Good kitty game. I really like this art for it. Really sweet. And then a Poketopia. Interesting game. If you just love Pokemon, these are some really fun games to play. Great for the kiddos too to get enjoyed to it. So that's kind of like the down and dirty of what happened with it. Now I think there's definitely a lot that didn't say, and hopefully we see more here the next couple of weeks about stuff. But Pokemon this year is going to be really hectic and really crazy, and I don't think a lot of things are going to change as far as the stability of getting product for stuff. We do have hints on some of what the future lines are going to be. At Chaos Rising coming out here soon with Greninja and stuff like that. So definitely going to be other sets coming out with more mainline people. Garchomp, I'm sure there's going to be a special set that I feel like is going to be a Raichu X and Y set, something like that. Or they might introduce Raichu in 2 different sets. They've been doing stuff like that lately. They did that with Mega Charizard X and Y. So we will see. And let me know you guys' thoughts on the games and stuff, and what you thought of the 30th, celebration news and all that stuff. All right, see you guys next time.